Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sydney, and today I wanted to film the Booktube Newbie tag. So before I get into the basic Booktube questions, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about myself in general. I am 22 years old. I am married to my wonderful husband. We have a little dog named Benji. He is a corgi. And we now currently live in Alabama, but we were born and raised in California. And in my free time, I love to read books, watch movies, play games, water my plants, go to the pool, things like that. And I'm really excited to now be a part of the Booktube community. So we'll just go ahead and get into the questions. First question is, why did you start this channel? And my short answer is for fun. I really just wanted to have an excuse to start talking about the books that I read / want to read. There's so many out there that I'm just super excited to get into, and it's fun to have a community of people to talk to about it. And because I don't have much else to do at the moment, like, I figured why not? It sounds really fun. I love the video making process too. I love to edit videos. So I thought, I'm just gonna give myself something to do. I love books. I love talking about books. Number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I think for me, like I said, love the video making process. So I think I can bring some fun and cozy videos for you guys to watch and enjoy. I also think I can bring my own fresh perspective to the Booktube community about the certain books that I like to read, and just having my opinion. I think that in and of itself is unique. Yeah, my perspective and my fun, cozy videos. Number 3 is, what are you most excited for about this channel? I really am just excited to have a platform to document all of my reading and all the books that I've loved throughout the years. So just being able to give my own opinion and having those videos for myself to look back on to remember the types of books that I loved during those times. I think that's all it really comes down to. Being able to share my thoughts on books with others and hearing their thoughts as well. I love to just be a part of something with people who are into the same things as I am. Number 4 is, why do you love reading? I love reading because life can be kind of boring sometimes, and books are just a great escapism. I know a lot of people say that, and that's the reason they love reading as well. It's just so fun to immerse yourself into these different worlds that you never would have experienced if you didn't pick up that book. And I think that's super awesome. Like, that's a really cool thing, especially for me, who is someone who has a really grand, big imagination. I love reading books because I love to just let my mind wander in the books and like be a part of the story and the world. But I also love just when a book is relatable and it hits home. It makes me feel not so alone, because I am reading about these characters who are going through similar things as I have, or have similar feelings about things. You know, it's just good to feel like you're not alone, and I feel like reading definitely does that for me. Number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? My answer to this is all of the books that I haven't yet read got me into reading, because there's so many stories out there that I have yet to dive into, and that's what got me into reading. That's what made me want to read more. But if I had to give you one specific book that I did read when I was a child, probably about 10 years old, I read The Tale of Despereaux. I don't know the author, but they made a movie about it too, which sucked, of course. I read The Tale of Despereaux with my aunt, and I loved that book so much as a little kid, and I would say that is one that definitely got me into reading. Number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? And I'm gonna skip this question because I really don't have any. I mean, anything that I'd want to know, I feel like they've already talked about or answered, so I don't really have an answer to this question. Number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I don't really think that there's a challenge that will be hard to overcome. I think it's more a matter of people not understanding why I started this channel in the first place. It might be a little hard to deal with some of those people who have certain expectations of me with like what books I should be reading and not reading, you know, just a matter of like what I share. So I think it's just really important for people to know that I started this just to have some fun and to talk about books. So I really don't want to make it a huge problem and a chore for me to feel like I have to do this and please certain people with my videos and with the books that I am or am not reading. I'm here to have a good time. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to feel like I owe anybody anything. I'm seriously just here to have a great time, and I hope you are too. I hope my videos are just something that you guys like to watch because you enjoy my content and hearing about the books that I'm reading. So I hope that there aren't challenges to overcome. That's really how I'm answering this question, is that sorry, my dog started barking, so I lost my train of thought. But I really think it's just a matter of being on the same page with people and for them to understand why I'm making these videos. Number 8 is, when did you start reading? Obviously, at a very young age, I learned how to read, but when I really got into it the first time was probably when I was in 8th grade. I was really obsessed with going to the library and reading books that were way under my reading level, like Magic Tree House and things like that. But then I really got into it again in college in 2016. That's when I first discovered Booktube, but I fell out of it for a few years and didn't read too much during that time. But now I am avidly reading again as of this year in 2021. Number 9 is, where do you read? I mostly read on the couch, in my bed, or out on my patio if the weather's nice outside. Also love to take my book places and read in public, at coffee shops or at the pool, really anywhere, but mostly on the couch, I think, is where I read the most. And number 10, the last question, is what kind of books do you like to read? It's always fiction. I hardly ever read nonfiction, but I love thrillers and romance and fantasy, and I also love contemporary, so a little bit of everything. Sci-fi is good too. I'm still trying to nail down which one is my all-time favorite, but I do like a mix of everything. Okay, and that is all the questions for the Booktube newbie tag. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and I'm excited to be here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.